Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Walnut Lodge, Volant location 8:30 flow on Saturday mornings. And I see Babs and Lisa and Corey and Laura Miklos out there. So hey, Laura, I haven't seen you in a coon's age, right? I don't know where you've been. I hope everything is good. Well, actually, I haven't seen it. I see Corey all the time, but I haven't seen Babs, and I haven't seen Lisa. So welcome. This is the last day of our 4-week intensive. I always do my Saturday class, and there's no class next week, but I am going to do the Saturday morning class. Today's class is going to be a little bit of me taking my own medicine, because I was in class on Thursday and I said, no matter how you feel, you have to just get yourself to your mat. So I had my second COVID shot yesterday, and this morning I woke up and I'm not feeling that great. My arm is super sore and all of my joints are aching. I have a bit of energy. It's not like I'm completely like wiped out or anything, but my joints are achy, and I was going to do an Ashtanga practice today, but there's no way that I'm going to be able to do that. But I'm sitting here on my mat, and James said, I can't see you at all because you're all in black, and that's because I have 2 layers of clothing on. We have a wood burner here, and it's been so nice the last couple of days that we let it go out. But this morning it's 24, and you know how you are when your joints are achy. So what we're going to do is what I'm going to call my COVID recovery class. And I'm so thankful that I have both of my shots. And this is it's not a big deal, but maybe this will help you. I know actually part of this is coming out of when you're not feeling well. You want to just lay in your bed, but if you lay in your bed, then what happens is, your back gets sore, everything it gets worse, actually, for me, unless I'm sleeping. All right, so what you're going to need is a bolster, maybe a strap, and maybe a block. Because part of this I'm going to kind of play by ear, because this series that I did, it's super old, maybe 15, 20 years. I don't do it much because I don't get sick. Knock on wood, right? All right, so we're going to come onto our shins into a child pose. Keeping my sockies on, my nice words, so you'll be able to see my feet, and you can see the beautiful sunshine coming in behind me. It's a gorgeous day out there. So we're just on our shins, kind of seeing, what's going on here. All right, but I am going to do this warm-up, part of the warm-up that I do in my foundations class. Nothing on the hands today. All right, so you're just going to sit back in the heels, and then you're going to pull your tailbone towards your face and pull up into what looks like a cat, and then release the tailbone back. Feel your spine change position, undulate through to a flat back or an arch. So we're going to pull our tailbone, lift our stomach really high, and then release through the hips. Our goal is to feel that low back stretch. Release back. Pull, use just the work of the stomach to get you up to the table, and then feel that fold take you back. So really tuck the tailbone, pull with your stomach, lift yourself up, work that lower gut, and then release to come back. Now, with an exhale, exhale up, inhale back. Exhale up, inhale back. Exhale up, inhale back. Exhale up, inhale back. Exhale up. 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 Inhale back. Now keep going. Exhale up. Push yourself a little forward. Inhale back. Feel the wrist go into a little bit of a stretch. Exhale, pull forward. Inhale back to get the wrist. Exhale, pull. Push forward. Inhale back. Exhale, pull. Inhale back. Couple more. Exhale, pull. Inhale back. Exhale, pull. Inhale back. Exhale, pull. Inhale back. Exhale, pull. Inhale back. Last one. Exhale, pull. Inhale back. Come to sitting. And that was enough for me to take off layer number 3. All right. So, things are starting. Energy's starting. Circulation, that's the main thing. We're really trying to get range of movement and circulation first. All right. Pull that right knee underneath you and then wiggle that left leg back. Get it to straight. You're on your elbows. Drop your head. And then just start wiggling side to side. Now, if Gloria's out there, or if people are out there that can't do lay on the shin like this and bend the knee, you can do this whole section laying on your back and pulling your knees into your chest. Why I'm doing it here is I want to use my weight so that I can just move very, very slowly, and I can move just inches at a time, and I can keep my mind on just releasing, trying to just let those muscles let go, release rather, just like a half an inch at a time, so they're not, it's not going to be too painful, but mainly what it is just this stretch pushes the circulation into those new places, and that's what you need. So we're just going side to side. Now right now, my hip doesn't want to get down all the way. Either way, I'm getting close. Couple more. Just kind of oozing side to side. And ooze is a good word to keep in your mind for this, because what we're doing is we are moving and we're paying attention to that slow movement back and forth. Nothing is fast, and as you move, you want to sink into the movement. That's why for me it feels like an ooze. Yeah. So we're not just moving, we're trying to let go into that movement. And then part of this too is, working with the connective tissue, right? Just oozing down. And you have that big flexion of the right leg, and that puts that big stretch on over your back. Couple more. So as you go, you can speed it up once you feel like you have the movement. And my hip finally is to the ground. Now I could have put my hip down at the beginning, but I didn't want to put my hip down and then just hang there. I wanted to let the movement allow that hip to go down with no discomfort or pain. So right now I can go to the side, it feels good. I can go to the left, it feels good. So next time we go to the left, you're going to stay there and you're going to put your hip down on the ground. Alright? Relax your shoulder. And then look back towards your foot. Relax the shoulder. Now breathe into that shoulder blade and the ribs on that lower side. Try to let everything go on the exhale. I call this the salamander. Just a little bit of extension over that hip, getting into a side bend, releasing that shoulder. As you release that shoulder, you feel yourself drop down into that and I just keep moving with the inhale being the motivation. Now we're going to add just a little baby shrug here, so you're going to push up, away from that left elbow and release down. Let your head go. Push up and release down. Just doing one more. Push up and release down. Stay there, drop your head. See if you can feel a little bit more stretch in the upper back. It'll actually be from the middle of your back to that shoulder blade. Sometimes that's hard to kind of suss out. See if you can let go of your hip a little bit more. And then slowly push yourself back to the center. And then we're going to go over onto that right hip. And you're just going to release here. Just lay on that leg. Chest is parallel to the ground. Both elbows are out to the side. And then if you can, move the arm so that you're just really hanging on that leg. And then roll back to the center. Come up onto your hands. Tuck that back toe under. And then move the right leg back. Tuck both toes under. And then just push up to the sit. I know you probably thought I was going to say down dog. But just really stretch your toes. We'll get to that down dog. Stretch the toes. Now, maybe you need to lean back to stretch your toes. Maybe not. So we're just kind of hanging out here, letting the feet stretch. And then come forward, and then take that left knee forward. Creep that right leg back. Elbows down. Settle into that hip. Now same thing. Just easy back and forth. It's a big stretch across the back of your hip. Just keep moving. Back and forth. This is really good for your knees and that lower spine. You can feel that side-side motion. Nothing has much effort to it. It just has breath and ooziness. Couple more. Dropping down into that hip. And then the next time you go to the right, put that right hip down, salamander. Relax your right shoulder. Drop the hip, the ribs, look to the left. Breathe. Feel those ribs open. All right, now just push into that elbow. Inhale, push the arm, the shoulder up, and drop it down. And push it up and drop it down. And push it up. Last one. And drop it down. Couple breaths now. Mid back. See if you got a little bit more release there. And then pull yourself center, and then go over to the left, and then hang just over that leg. And remember, you can take your arms out to the side. I can on this side. Hips a little ouchy. Couple more. Then roll yourself back. Come up. This time, feel your hands. Things are good. Tuck under and push. Both feet. Reach the heels. Shift your weight to your right foot. Stretch that calf. Push away from your fingertips. Just give yourself a little bit more space in your armpits. Shift. and press both. Couple more. Push through those arms. And then bend the knees. Come to sit. I think I can take my second pair of pants off. Yes. Maybe not my socks yet. All right, so we're sitting. I even need a drink. Just let yourself, just rock a little bit here, back and forth. Just on your, because really the thing we're really trying to do is we're trying to gradually open up the joints, with this blood flow. So you have to have enough energy to do that. So these nice, slow, kind of movement-based practices are really, I think, effective for this, because I'm feeling pretty good. I really, the thought of doing a sun salutation this morning with my arm and my wrist, it was like, I just thought, how the hell am I going to do that? But now I probably could. But we're going to keep going with this, because this is super fun. All right, so pull that right knee in again. Back, oh, pretty good. All right, now we're going to creep this knee open. All right, so you can see my foot. I'm going to move my knee to the side. So basically I'm almost like in a pigeon, but I'm not. My arch is underneath my right, not my hip, but the top of my thigh. My knee is out to the side. And I'm just going to do these little super easy like drops, because that knee is flexed. It's flexed and slightly rotated. Not in a bad way. The hip is rotated. And you're just trying to let go of that. Now, pull your stomach up if your back feels weird, but if not, just reach your chest forward, pull the elbows down, chest forward. Just feel a little bit of an extension. We'll get to the back later. A couple more here. A couple more just big inhales, trying to reach the ribs forward. Then drop the head, and we're going to pull ourselves back. We're going to pull ourselves back, bend this knee, back knee, roll the shin down, all right? And then try to creep this foot in towards your other foot. And then you're sitting here with the knees open. Isn't it? This is kind of sly. It's one of my favorite hip openers. Right? So I'm going to do that again in case you can't. I'm going to try to describe it better. So we're coming up, our right knee's to the side. Bend the left knee, the back knee. Roll that left foot towards your other leg. And then try to creep it up so that the two legs meet. We're almost doing an Indian sit, but my right foot is in front of the left. And then I'm going to pitch myself forward. And I'm just going to do these little baby movements back and forth. You can feel this in the hip sockets. It feels good, right? And then push yourself back to sitting Knees will be here. We're not going to stay here. We're just sitting, and then you're going to let yourself go forward. Push yourself through. We'll do that again. It's almost like pushing yourself through a split, but the only things that are splitting are your thighs. Your legs are in, and so you don't have to worry about all that, but you still get this nice motion and stretch through the inner thighs, and it's not too big because we're still warming up, right? The whole class is like warming up. So you don't have to go all the way to the sit. You could just go part way. We're just going to do one more of these. Yeah. And then come forward. Go back to the front leg. Stretch that left leg back. Come up. Tuck the toe. And we're going to press back into another down dog. But first, tuck the toe. Feel that hip stretch, the knee stretch, and then just push up both legs. Pull your quads up, because that right leg was bent for quite a while. Reach the heels. Push with the fingers. And then, other leg, pull. Creep that leg back. All right. So, we're going to wiggle this front leg out. You can see this part better. Or maybe not, because my pants are black, right? Even my second layer of pants are black. All right, so my foot is underneath my thigh. My leg is out to the side. You're just letting yourself kind of sag here again. Now push your chest forward. Up on your elbows, so you know your shoulders are working. Everything's working. Couple more here. Just breathing forward, feeling how much extension you have. All right, then you're going to push yourself up. Bend this back knee. Roll it in to the left leg. Open to the side, right? And then here we are here. Legs are to the side. And we can sit. And you have this nice big opening at the sockets. Or we can come forward and back. Just opening the inner thighs, right? On your knees. It's not a big motion, big movement. It's not a big split, but it is a split. So we're opening the inner thigh, trying to get range of motion. Getting a lot of circulation into the hip sockets, right? Now if you want, do a couple forward and then squashing back, forward, squashing back, one more. Squashing back, forward, rotate to the front, let that right leg go behind you, tuck your toe, stretch that knee first, push back, and then down dog. Push through, sit bones back, keep it reaching. Keep the sit bones up. Couple more. And come down to sit. So take stock. How are the joints feeling? Yeah, I'm starting to feel normal. So this is for all of you out there, you know, when you get your second shot. when your body's trying to adjust to something, you need to give it rest. I didn't do anything yesterday. But then, you know, once it's taken hold, it's nice to create as much circulation as you can. All right, so sliding forward again on the right leg, going on to the next part. So we're here. Creep that leg back, going back to that parallel position. And then just, let's do a little roll back and forth. Yep, feels good. And I can go pretty fast, and there's absolutely no restriction. So from where I started to here, it's good. All right, so we're going to go onto that right hip. All right, now just lay yourself down on your leg. So your shoulders on that knee. The side of you is on that leg. It feels good. Yep, feels good. This, the hip is rotated so that your pelvis is pretty parallel. Now we're going to grab our foot with our left hand, and then we're going to roll onto our back. And I'm going to have to move my posture. All right. Let that knee go to the side, pull your foot in. And then we're just going to make a couple circles with your foot. So you're going to pull your foot towards you, and then you're going to pull your face up to it if you can, push it away, and then it goes down. So we're going to exhale as the foot comes in, inhale as you push it out. Exhale as you pull it in. Inhale as you push it out. Now, if you could get your leg to straight here, go ahead and do it. But don't push it. Just easy. Feel that circle. That circle is perpendicular to the floor. And you do it right over your torso. I can't get much push out. Pull it in. Push it 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 out. Pull it in, push it out. Pull it in, push it out. One more. Pull it in, push it out, stay there. Now, just hold on to it with your left hand. Now push your foot out, roll back onto your right side, and then come up. So we're going to do a couple of these rolls. They're super fun. So you're going to roll down under your shoulder and then pull the foot in. And then you're going to push it out and roll up. So you use stomach here, but the momentum of your leg down. And it can go a little bit past you, almost into a twist, and then push out and roll up. Inhale down and reach. Exhale, push and roll. Inhale down and reach. Exhale, push and roll. Two more. Inhale down, pull the foot, push the foot, and come up. Release down. Pull your foot, push the foot, and come up. Pull your left leg in. Sit. So now we look like we're in a swastika position. I'm not exactly square, I'm kind of on this angle. My left leg is in a hero, heels to the side. My right foot is just right in front of my pubic bone. My knee is off the ground. So put your hand in your hip, your left hip, and we're gonna start with this hip. So you're just gonna take that left hip, push it forward. That'll push you onto that right leg, and then pull it back. Yeah. And push it forward. Thanks to Martha Graham, I'm doing this. And pull back. And my foot, if you can see it, when I push forward, it kind of automatically points. And then as you pull the hip back, it kind of flexes because I'm bouncing it on the metatarsal of the little toe. So you're just going forward, and we're pulling back. And we're going forward, and we're pulling back. Keep going, right? What are we doing? We're oozing, right? Oozing into this hip. But now it's warm enough that we can actually get some internal rotation. That's for me. I have a hard time with that. And then this whole low back, right? Whole low back is just moving, all right? Couple more. Try to feel that motion go up your chest. So take it now, we're going to take it into a little bit of a twist. So push your hip, look behind you, pull the hip, come to sit. Push your hip, look behind you, pull, and come to sit. Couple more. Push, and look, and pull, and down. And push, and look, and pull, couple more, and push. It's getting nice and warm, and pull it down. On this one, push, stay there, come down on your elbow. Take that left arm, stretch it up and over. And then we're just going to push the ribs up to the ceiling on the inhale. So what you're doing is you're just feeling a nice stretch through the ribs and the armpit. But really try to feel the inhale pushing the ribs up to the ceiling. So we've opened the hip. You know, your quad is starting to open. We did a little bit with that shoulder. Now we're just trying to get the ribs here when we inhale to push up. So I'm really using my elbow, my right elbow, but I'm really trying to make the biggest inhale through the ribs as I can. Just feeling that. Remember too, you can see I'm not really static at all. I'm just always letting a little bit of motion happen here. Because you really got to get the ribs too when you're feeling crappy, right? Because it's the whole spine, but it's really hard to get at the spine without first getting to the hips. All right? So just one more big inhale. And then we're just going to let that curve pull yourself back to sitting. All right, now we're going to go to the other side. Nothing fancy, so we're just going to come over onto that right leg, tuck that back leg. Always kind of going back to here so both knees can have a nice moment where they're straight. Straight, a little bit on the stretch. So pull your quads up, reach your heels, push through your legs. Couple nice inhales. I'm putting a lot of rocking into my down dog today. It feels good because I'm just trying to release into my joints, not push. So that means I exhale and I just kind of let go. It's not a big motion, but as I let go, I try to push that joint open a little bit more. It's working for me. All right, now we're going to come down with our left knee. Creep that right leg back. And we're going to do that whole thing on the other side. All right, so creep that knee back, and then take yourself down to your elbows, and then we're just gonna rock back and forth, right where we were the first round. And again, why are you here? Well, just trying to feel like where you've, how far you've progressed. I mean, I feel a lot of progression, but then I was pretty bound up here this morning. All right, so it feels pretty good. So I'm gonna roll now to the outside of that hip. That back leg can bend a little bit, and you're gonna lay onto your thigh, right? I put my shoulder on my knee, and I'm just gonna hang here. Deep flexion. Whole right side is laying on the inside of my left leg. Relax your neck. And then grab the foot with your right hand, and then just roll onto your back and stretch that leg straight up to the ceiling. I'm going to move over, because I'll be on James's reflectors. So we're here. All right. Pull that leg in, and it doesn't feel too bad, because we already did, a lot of that hip openers with that first, or actually the second round. All right, so now we're going to make the circles with this left leg. So they're going to come towards your face, up to the ceiling, and out. So you're going to circle. The circle is perpendicular to the floor, and it goes right on top of your torso, almost like you're trying to trace the line of your spine. And we add the torso. So it's exhale, inhale, out, and down. Exhale, pull the foot towards your face. Inhale, stretch out and reach. Exhale, pull. Inhale, stretch out and reach. Exhale, pull. Inhale, stretch out and reach. Exhale, pull. Inhale, stretch out and release. Exhale, pull. Inhale, up and out. 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 Exhale, pull. Inhale, up, and last one. Exhale, pull. Inhale, up. All right, let go with your left hand. All right, so you're going to take this take the left leg, push up. Let that roll you on your hip and come up. All right, so another view if you need to watch, but just kind of listen. Lay down on your left shoulder, push the foot up to the ceiling, and then you can take it over into a little twist, not a big twist, and then again push the foot and roll, and back and up. Exhale, push and roll. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, push and roll. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, push and roll. So the energy of the leg and the hand holding it is really what pushes that whole right side up Just a couple more. And push. And down. And reach. And last one. And push. And come up. All right, I'm going to face the camera. So our right leg is in a hero, all right? My left foot is flexed. My heel is right across from my pubic bone, all right? Hands in your hip socket. First, just squash that hip down. Yep. So what we're going to do is we're going to lead with this hip. And we're going to do, quite a few of these. So this hip is going to go push. And as you push, you're going to come onto the outside of that left thigh and then pull back. Inhale, push. Exhale, 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 back. Inhale, push. That hip's getting nice and warm. And back. Inhale, push. Exhale, back. Inhale, push. Exhale, back. Couple more. Inhale, push. Exhale, back. Inhale, push. Exhale, back. Inhale, push. Exhale, back. Inhale, push. Exhale, back. Inhale, push, stay there. All right. So actually, I'm sorry, I forgot to do the twisties. So let's do a couple more. Sit back. Just inhale, look behind you. Exhale, pull. Got so wrapped up in that hip. Inhale, look behind you. Exhale, pull. Inhale, look behind you. Exhale, pull. Inhale, look behind you. Exhale, pull. Two more. Inhale, look behind you. Exhale, pull. Last one. Inhale, look behind you. Stay there. Put your elbow down. All right. Keep your hip pushing forward. Take your right arm up and then reach it over your ear. And so now what we're doing is we're just looking to open up the sideline a bit using the breath and then the push of that left elbow on the ground. So you're going to inhale, push the ribs up, exhale, try to just release something. You can relax that shoulder on that exhale. Inhale, you push up, exhale. Inhale, you push up, exhale. Inhale, you push up, exhale. A couple more. Let your head drop if you want, because your ear will just hit that left shoulder. Exhale. Inhale. One more. Inhale, ribs way up. Feel them open as much as you can. Reach through that arm. And then release that. Pull yourself to vertical, right? Now to come out of this, we're going to roll to the front leg, right? Tuck your back toe. Stretch the knee and then push back. Down dog. Breathe. Now, a little bit different on this down dog. Take it a little bit wider, almost as wide as your mat. And then we're going to circle the pelvis. All right, so you're going to hips go side, back, side, and then to come forward, pull your belly. You're going to push the sit bones back and then pull the tailbone towards your face. Push side, back, side, and pull. Push side, back, side, and pull. Push side, go back, side, pull. And side, use your arms, feel the shoulders, feel the circles. Push off, pull. Push off, reverse. Hips side, go back, side, and forward. So the side is one arm, the second arm, pull is both arms pushing. Just feel the circle of the pelvis, and your arms will kind of do what they need to do. Try to get the heels to the ground and push, pull, and push, pull. Couple more. Push, pull, and push, pull, and heels, and down you go. Sit. Couple breaths. Feel your pelvis, right? Feel your low back. Starting to feel really good. But then just notice what was happening with your shoulders. You know, the circle of that pelvis comes from that uneven push of the shoulders, so you're really making a whole bunch of circles. And circles in the joints are very, very rejuvenating. They're very energizing. And if you're sore and you need a little help, they're very good. All right. One more super fun thing. All right, so right leg forward. Stay up on your hands. Just let that, we're just gonna rock that hip. So now we're higher, right? And you'll feel a little bit more stretch across that left hip, right? And we're not going for like big changes today, right? We're going for, let's explore our range of motion and make sure everything is awake, right? Or explore that range of motion, get the blood flushing through everything so that we can have a really good day. All right, now I'm just gonna lay down on that right side, and then we're just gonna roll onto our spine and pull that right knee into our chest. So it wasn't any big deal at all, right? Just a way to kind of go through that hip flexion. So we're here. Left foot is going to be on the ground. So just pull that knee in. It feels pretty good. All right, now take that leg, touch the ground, slide it out, pull it back in. Now hold your pubic bone. So touch the ground, hold your pubic bone, slide it out, pull it back in. So what do I mean by that? Let's put our foot down on the ground and just let everything go. Feel your back. Now, just begin to pull that leg off the ground. Don't pull it off, just make the motion to start. And so as you start, you can feel that right hip drop down because you're not doing anything on this left side. So as we pick that leg up, there's actually a tilt to the right. Yeah, so we don't want that to happen. So take the left side, press your back into the floor, especially that left side, or press your whole back into the floor, and then pick the leg up. So now what's happening is you have countered the weight of this leg with your abdominals, and you're pushing that left side into the ground. So we're gonna just go So we're not letting the weight out of this leg. Nothing is relaxing. We're keeping everything pushing into the ground with that left side. And this leg is just going to go in and out a couple more times. Just feel the joint fold. Now on this next one, let it go out, roll the knee to the side, pull it up to the side, and then let it go down. So let it roll out, knee side, pull in and down. Let the knee roll out, pull it to the armpit, pull it in, let it go. Let it roll out, pull it to the armpit, pull it in and down. Let it go to the armpit, pull it in, keep the left hip down and out. Release it, pull side, pull in and down. Release it, pull side, pull in and down. Hold your stomach. We're going to reverse it. Pull up to the side, release down, roll parallel. Pull up to the side, release it down, go parallel. Pull up, release side and down, go parallel. And up, release side, go down and parallel. Now pull the knee up parallel, extend the leg, go side, swoop it down. Pull it up through the bend, extend, go side and down. Pull it up and extend and side and down. Pull it up and extend and side. One more. Pull it up and extend and side and down. Now swoop it to the side, pull it up, bend the knee, slide straight. Push it side, pull it up, bend the knee, slide straight. Pull it out and up, bend the knee and release. Pull it out and up, bend the knee, and one more. Pull it out and up, bend the knee, just put it down. Just put it down. Now, soles of the feet, and you're just going to rock and let the knees drop on your own timing, just a release. So what you probably feel is, that right leg dropping to the side is pretty open because we've done that. The left leg, maybe not so much. Don't worry about it. Just really, this is just to release the waist. Couple more. Side to side. And come center. All right. So, relax your back. Now we're going to do the other leg. So just start to pick that leg up and feel the whole body tilt to the left. Start it and just feel that right hip comes up. Yep. And one more time, just start to lift it up and feel the hip shift. Now take that right side, press your back into the floor, and then pick it up. Nothing moves, right? Yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're going to stabilize this whole torso and let that leg just do its thing without having the weight of this leg affect the torso. So you're going to take the leg down and just pull it up. So release it down and pull it up. Release it down and pull it up. Release it down and pull it up. Now release it down, turn it out, pull it up to the side and in. Let it go down, release it, knee goes to the side, pull it up towards your left armpit and in. Let it go down, hold your body, let it rotate, pull to the armpit and in. Let it down, let it rotate out, pull it side and up. Let it down, rotate, pull side, and reverse it. Go open and down, rotate parallel, pull it up. Rotate open and down, rotate parallel and up. Rotate open and down, rotate parallel and up. Rotate open and down and parallel and up. Rotate open and down and parallel and up. Stretch your leg up. And we go. Reach it. Sorry. Bend the knee. Slide the leg down. Then pull it up. Take it side. Swoop it down. Bend the knee. Pull it up. Take it side. Release down. Bend the knee. Pull it up. Stretch it up. Release side. Hold that side. Swoop it down. Release. Rotate up. Stretch it up to the side. Release. Swoop. Rotate. Pull up. Stretch it up and side. Release down and pull up. Stretch up and side. Hold it and down. And now we reverse. So we go pull side and up. Bend the knee. Release down. Pull side and up. Bend the knee. Release down. Hold that hip and up. Bend the knee. Release down. Hold that hip down and up. Bend the knee. Just one more. Roll it side and up. Bend the knee. Put the foot flat. Let go. And then just side to side. Come center. Now, stretch your legs straight and then roll onto your right side. Come up onto your elbow. Release that shoulder. Feel a little bit of stretch through the ribs and the waist. Push up. I don't feel any stretch. It feels pretty open. That's pretty good. Now come up onto your hand. And remember, we're not rolling back. Our pelvis is forward. Not forward, but we're perpendicular. Let that shoulder relax, right? Breathe into that upper back. Now, feel this area. So you have another shirt on underneath here. How about that? Release that right hip. Just breathe. Laura, strip yoga. I just saw that comment, strip yoga. Don't let the word get out. So this means I'll have to take my sweatshirt off before we're done. We'll see if I do that. All right, now push down into that arm, come up a little higher. So, this is just a passive side bend, right? And what we're doing is we're just allowing that right hip and quadratus muscle to stretch. That can get really sore on you, especially if you're feeling kind of ouchy. Because that's a big component of the whole hip hiking thing, the side bending thing. So this is a really, really useful stretch. Keep pressing down. A couple more breaths. All right, then we're going to just come down to the elbow, roll to the center, press back, tuck the toes. Squash back. Now we're going to come to a squat. Parallel. So I'm kind of off the camera, that's all right. So drop your head, press into that, or not press, release into your heels, and just let yourself drop down. Now, come forward, put your knees down, your toes are still tucked under, and then press your hips to the ceiling, down dog. Feels pretty good. Yep. Push the heels, lift the sit bones. On this one, we're just going to stay here a couple breaths. And then come down on that left knee. Stretch that right hip back. You're up on your hands. And we're just, again, rocking and rolling a little. Just letting that right hip open up with a little more extension. Feels pretty good. Keep your chest. And then rolling onto your left hip, right? And then onto your back. Pull that left leg up. Pull it in. And put it down. Just get a sense of what that feels like. All right, so we're going to do just one more with the legs. All right, so first pull your feet in, and then we're just going to twist. But it's going to be almost what we were doing before, just letting the legs drop. We're going to keep our knees together. And then come center. So as we go to the left, take your right leg, smack it into the left, twist, and come center. And then go side and center, and side and center. So this is for people like me who have trouble with twist, side, and then it just gets that line going.
That's where the quadratus is.
What, pardon?
Ask where the quadratus is.
Okay, Babs, quadratus muscle, I'm going to roll onto my left side. It goes from the top crest of your hip up into your ribs. And it lifts the hip up and down. Right, it does, and it can get stuck pretty easily. So it goes from here to here on both sides. All right. And we'll just keep going with this. I need a couple more, because what this always shows me is that my twist to my left is not as good as my twist to the right. So here's what we're going to do. Decide, keep going back and forth, and just see if one twist is not as good as the other. How do you do that? Let the knees come all the way down, and then see how high your shoulder comes up. All right? So then I want you to go to the side that is the most stuck. All right, so I'm over here. Knees are down, shoulders up. Now you're just going to reach through that arm You're not going to let your knee come up. Your knees are still bent, and we're just letting the rib cage drop down. So you inhale through the ribs, and then shoulder comes closer to the ground. And see, I'm almost down. So really, what these twists tell you is twisting is very complicated. And most of the time it's not because you're restricted, it's because you're holding something. And I have a tendency to hold in this rib cage. Why is that? I think it's an injury compensation. And then pull yourself back to center and go to the other side. So knees down, let that shoulder come up. And then just breathe it down. And come back center. All right, so we're going to end this section with leg swings. So we're going to start with our right leg. So you're going to drop to your left, straighten that leg, and then swing it down towards your foot. Come onto your back, and then let it swing up. Now, as it swings up, don't let yourself roll, all right? So we're going to plant that back. All right, so we're going to, and you have to have your back on the ground. So you're going to swing that leg down towards your foot. That left foot is planted. Take it across the body into a twist. And then come back down, pull your belly, low back on the ground. And you're going to hold that left side of your hip down and leg will swing to the side. So this is kind of like the Ashtanga pose at the end of the series on the back. So you're here or you're here, and you can't let yourself roll. So you're going to take that side of your back and pull it down. But we're just going to use this to stabilize our core so that we can let this leg swing. All right, so we're going to swing down and up and 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 down and left and down, open right and down and left and down. He doesn't have to be totally straight, and down and up and down and right and down and swing and down and stomach and down and swing and down and just one more, down and swing and down and up. Pull it up, leg down. Creep up. Almost hit the microphone. Now, if you let your back go with your legs here, you'll feel that whole right side from the ribs down through the hip, just letting go. All right, now we're going to do the same thing with the left leg. So left leg pickups, and then just stretch it to the side. All right, so here, pull that leg down towards your foot, anchor your belly, take it to the side, don't let yourself roll, take that right side, pull it down, and then we reach it down. This leg stays strong, right, pushing into the ground if you want, and then everything twists, shoulders stay down, all right? Here and side. So we go down, swing side, come down and out, and down to the twist, and down and open, and down and swing, and down and side, and down and swing, and down and side, and down, and swing, and down, and side, and down, and swing, and down, and side, and hold your guts, and let the leg go, and hold the guts, and let the leg go, and hold your stomach when you come through the center, and down, and out, and through the middle, and go down, and out, and one more, and go down, and out, and down, out, and up. Stretch the legs long. Arms and legs out. Now, hands are overhead. Relax your shoulders and just drag your arms down. They'll roll over, palms down when they get kind of to the shoulders. Squeeze them into your ribs. Cross them so the elbows are crossed. Pull them over your face. They'll come undone, and then pull the shoulder blades down. Squeeze the arms in. Let them cross the body. Pull them up. Open. A couple more. Drag them down. Squeeze them in. If you don't like your legs straight, you can bend them if you want. Pull them up. Open them. Keep going. The least amount of energy possible. Just dragging the arms around with the shoulder blades. Yes, going really deep in the joint. Feel them cross as much as you can. You'll feel that nice wide back on the ground. And then when you get to this cross position, just reverse it. So uncross, let the arms fall. Pull the shoulder blades down, and then drag the arms to the ears with the inner deltoid, and then let the arms cross. Squeeze them in with the pecs, and then let them drop, reach. Big. Make sure they drop, because what we're doing is just a release. So and it feels good. If you could really feel the work happening, pecs, deltoids, shoulder blades, nothing in the joint. Last one. Take the arms out, up. All right, now pull the knees in. Let it rock a bit. So go side to side. So one more fun thing. So we're going to pull ourselves here. Now we're going to go to our right side. Inhale, stretch the legs out. Exhale, pull center. Inhale, left. Exhale, center. Inhale, right. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale, pull the knees. Inhale, right. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale. Inhale, right. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale. Inhale, right. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale. You can look towards your hands. Exhale, center. Inhale, left. Exhale. Inhale, open. 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 exhale. Inhale, open, exhale. Inhale, open, exhale. Inhale, open, exhale. Inhale, open, exhale. Two more. Inhale, open, exhale. Last one. Inhale, open, exhale. Relax. Just let that go. I didn't use any of my props. Roll to your left side. Come up onto that elbow. Checking out the quadratus on that lower side. Release the shoulder and then push up. I don't feel any stretch at all because everything is nice and loose. Come up onto your hand, and then it's easier to see from this angle how my hips can rock back. That's not what you want. You want to go right on the side of that trochanter. Nice straight line, parallel. Relax that shoulder. At the beginning, you're stacked. Breathe into your rib cage. Now push down into that hand so you can push yourself up a little bit more. Continue to breathe in that space right above your left hip crest. And then come down to the elbow, roll to the center, push back. All right? Tuck your toes. And then coming back into another squat. I open my feet a little bit because I want your heels down on this one. If you can go parallel with your heels down, you're good. If you need to open, just do what you need to do. Just hanging over, folding into the joints with weight. Breathe. Let your upper back go. All right, now we're gonna shift ourselves forward. And stretch ourselves up to a down dog. Last one. And then come down, grab a block. You might need two if you don't like your head dropping back. So the last thing we're going to do is just an upper back arch. So you could have your block here, or you could tilt it up to a higher position. Of course, this will be, more of an arch in your upper back. And if you're here, you might want to really have that second block underneath your head. All right. So laying back here for a couple minutes. Put it right underneath your shoulder blades. And just let your chest, oh, good, feels really good. Breathe, inhale, rib cage to the ceiling. Just release on that exhale. Slowly roll off to your right side. Curl your back. Push the spine back into that, space where the block was. And roll yourself up to sitting. And there you have it. I feel really good. So I'm going to have James label this the COVID shot recovery class. I hope it worked for you, even though you probably weren't recovering like I was. But thank you for your support. That's the end of our second 4-week intensive. There will be class next Saturday, but there won't be class for the rest of that week. We start March 22nd with a spring session. There are some classes online. There's also a nice offering of in-person classes. I can kind of see the end, but we're still being cautious. There's still a limited enrollment, so the sign-ups, you can call me, call the lodge, text me. Also, Ron will have the sign-up on the website if you're wanting to use PayPal or a credit card. So enjoy the beautiful day, and thank you all for your support. Namaste.